Spanish friends. Now, before a game, would that ever happen under Sir Alex Ferguson in the golden years? Absolutely not.
Well, Roy Keane as captain, imagine that.
Exactly. Paul Pogba strolling around a park, the big I am, it would never have happened under Sir Alex Ferguson. They actually need a bit of that back. They need a bit of Sir Alex back in the whole setup. Is this Hussein who called last week? Is this the same guy who's back with us? How are you feeling? Do you feel a little bit humble now, Hussein?
Well, I think that was one of the most deceiving scorelines you will ever see. You know, the amount of chances we created in that game in the first 10 minutes, if one of those goes in, the game changes. You know, I mean, they won 3-0, but listen, they didn't even play well. It was a deceiving scoreline. If Rashford takes that chance in the first minute, imagine what the scoreline would have been. We would have gone on to win at least 4-0. we were dominating that game for the first 15 minutes. But, you know, that is one of the most deceiving scorelines you'd ever see. 4-0 on aggregate, no. You know, I'd be embarrassed if I won like that.
So you're still standing by it.
We deserve to win that.
Have you ever visited the planet Earth?
Yep.
Okay, yeah. Well, do revisit it at some point, because what you're saying about the first leg, what you're saying about last night is completely and utterly wrong. It's incorrect. There's literally nobody else thinks the same thing, is there?
Well, what are you on about Solskjaer? I mean, he has done a fantastic job.
You're actually a Liverpool fan, aren't you? I can tell.
I think I said this on a different show. I think Solskjaer, for me, is the best manager in the world. You know, what he's done in the space of 6 months, no other manager could have achieved.
I suspect there's a hint of sarcasm.
Guardiola.
Yeah. Hands up, who believes Hussein is really a Man United fan?
You've lost all credibility, Hussein. You've lost the plot.
Absolutely lost it, Hussein, I'm afraid. You've been sussed. You are not a Man United fan. This is TalkSport.
Sie hatten ein Café au lait, ça fait 57,50 €.
Moment mal, wie bitte?
Warum quer durch Europa reisen, wenn man die größten Jackpots Europas auch ganz bequem online oder mobil gewinnen kann? Jetzt auf lottoland.com jeden Dienstag und Freitag Euro-Millions tippen und bis zu 180 Millionen Euro gewinnen. Einer gewinnt sicher. Jetzt auf lottoland.com. Teilnahme ab 18. Gewinnchance auf Hauptpreis 1:140 Millionen. Glücksspiel kann süchtig machen. Mehr Info unter bzga.de.
Du brauchst kein Orakel. Du brauchst keine Tarotkarten. Nicht mal eine Kristallkugel. Du bist trotzdem ein Hellseher.
Immer im Blick, was zu Hause passiert. Dank des Innogy Smart Home Sicherheitspakets. Erlebe, was dein Zuhause kann. Mit Innogy Haustechnik. Mehr unter innogy.com.
Customers only. Pass renews at $7.99 per month unless cancelled.
Got it at Selco. Selco, it's where the trade goes.
At Selco Builders Warehouse, we've got real deals on a wide range of trade-quality building products. Like 3.6 metres of 100mm treated easy deck board, now just $129 a metre ex-VAT. Now that's a real deal. We've got even more real deals at Selco Builders Warehouse. For more information, see selcobw.com.
We've got it at Selco. Selco, it's where the trade goes.
Penalty! It's red for the keeper. So the 5-foot striker's going in goal. Surely just a case of aiming high. Oh, not that high.
Some opportunities you can't miss, like ComeOn.com's welcome offer. Bet £10, get a £10 free bet.
That one's still rising.
ComeOn.com. Don't miss a sitter. 18 plus. BeGamblerAware.org. Bet responsibly at ComeOn.com. New UK mainland customers only. Minimum £10 bet on odds of 1.8 or more qualifies for £10 free bet. Terms apply.
I can't believe it's forecast to rain. We really need to get this job done.
Don't worry about it. Johnson's have improved their smooth masonry paint. Now rain resistant after only 20 minutes.
Confidently schedule your exterior projects with improved Johnston smooth masonry paint. Rain resistant after only 20 minutes. Visit your local Johnston stockist to find out more. Johnston's. Paint to be proud of.
Drive on TalkSport in partnership with Sky Sports. The dedicated Sky Sports football channel has more live and exclusive EFL games than ever before.
Your business has come this far, but now's your time to soar into the skies of spectacular with a fast, affordable Funding Circle business loan. With decisions in as little as 24 hours and a dedicated account manager, there's no waiting around. So join the thousands of businesses who have taken out a Funding Circle loan and help your business fly. Apply today at fundingcircle.com. Authorised and regulated by the Financial Conduct Authority. T's and C's apply.
Get a knockout deal with Adrian Flux, the van insurance specialists. Whether you drive a pickup or a tipper, get the best deal over the phone today on 08000 856 365. Adrian Flux Van Insurance. Call 08000 856 365 or search Flux Van. Adrian Flux Insurance. There's a reason we're What Van Insurer of the Year. 08000 856 365. Adrian Flux Van Insurance. Authorised and regulated by the Financial Conduct Authority.
Don't miss the latest trade offers from Travis Perkins. Porcelain paving, just $29.99 per square metre. 390 LBC heather bricks. An incredible £280 a pack when you buy 4 packs or more. Get to your local branch or buy online at travisperkins.co.uk/offers. But don't miss them. Offers must end April 30th.
Trade prices ex-VAT at 20%. Delivery charges may apply.
Trade offers from Travis Perkins. We get it sorted.
Right, tonight, TalkSport has got live Champions League commentary, and after both games, the Sports Bar will take your calls from 10. Next on Drive, we've got our polls for the day, and we're going to discuss why Jofra Archer hasn't made the initial 15-man World Cup squad. Let's get the news first of all. Victoria Bourne.
Thanks, Adrian. Arrest has been made by police investigating an alleged incident in the tunnel between Fleetwood boss Joey Barton and Barnsley head coach Daniel Stendhal. A man is being held on suspicion of racially aggravated assault. Manchester United have strongly condemned the racial abuse directed at Ashley Young on social media. The club says it's working to identify whoever's responsible. And age verification tools required on porn sites to prevent under-18s seeing explicit content are going to be introduced in July. The measures are the first of their kind anywhere in the world.
TalkSport. Sports Update.
I'm John Howitt. Good afternoon. Pep Guardiola has questioned if Manchester City fans want them to beat Spurs in the Champions League quarter-final tonight. They trail Spurs 1-0. Pep says he's not sure supporters wanted enough and challenged them to roar his side to victory. Meanwhile, Liverpool take a 2-0 lead to Porto. That match is live on TalkSport tonight. To cricket, and Jofra Archer hasn't been named in England's initial squad for this summer's World Cup, but the uncapped seam bowler could still force his way into the final 15 during next month's ODI series against Pakistan. And former Watford owner Lawrence Bassini has completed a takeover of Bolton Wanderers. The deal still needs EFL approval, but means players and coaching staff will be paid their outstanding wages. Remember, Liverpool's game at Porto is live tonight here on TalkSport.
The all-new apocalypse-ready weekend sports breakfast from beyond the Thunderdome. Take it away, Tina.
Here comes Miss Bingham.
Morning.
Morning, Josie. And the boy Cascarino. They are the chosen ones this time.
Surprised a lot of people, including myself.
We got Tony Cascarino.
Oh, I love that. How brilliant.
And Billy Whiz from out the Vino. He talks a bit like Al Pacino.
Woo-ha.
On TalkSport.
The all-new TalkSport Weekend Sports Breakfast. Saturday and Sunday morning from 7 on TalkSport.
Tell you why we're playing this in a second, but on Twitter, at TalkSport Drive, a couple of videos. You can see an incident from Sweden where a sub coming onto the pitch did a high-five with the guy who's replacing, got poked in the eye, ran onto the pitch, had to run off and get treatment. It's very funny. And you can see the Houston Astros baseball pitcher, Colin McHugh, pull off an incredible Matrix-esque, how hard is that to say? Matrix-esque dodge to avoid a ball coming straight back at him. I don't know how he does it. We've got 4 polls for you. So the ones I told you about earlier. First of all, simply, is Phil Jones okay today? We're just checking on Phil.
Poor Phil.
Poor Phil. 89% of you think he's not okay today. He's still very dizzy. It's hard to believe Man United still have certain players in their team, but which one stands out the most? Ashley Young, Phil Jones, Chris Smalling, or other?
I think it's Ashley Young at the moment, and he's captain.
Okay. He did all right last season, though, didn't he? But he's playing really badly at the moment. At this moment in time, Ashley Young is just leading from Phil Jones. Chris Smalling's doing all right, actually. Very few others have been named on that. Sanchez, Darmian and Rojo. Listen, De Gea, says somebody, really?
Rojo, he's training with another team anyway at the moment, isn't he?
Yeah,
he's not even at the club.
Sanchez only just turned up. I mean, yeah. We're talking about those who've been there a while. If Jarrell Miller doesn't fight AJ, who do you want AJ to fight next? Dillian White, Luis Ortiz, Derek Chisora, or other name below? Who are you going for?
Me, I want Ortiz purely because I think I don't want Dillian White to go into it and have any excuse if he only gets 5.5 weeks of training. So I want that to be a proper camp, and then it's a proper, whoa, let's go for it. Ortiz, it's his last chance. He's 40-odd-year-old now. Let him have a go.
Dillian White, 68%, Ortiz, 8% Chisora. Among those named as others, who do you want AJ to fight next? Me. There's some others that I can't name at this moment in time. Alan Brazil, Piers Morgan, loads of them getting a vote, so keep those coming. And today, hence playing this, is Bat Appreciation Day. Do you appreciate bats?
Not really.
Why?
Not really my thing, bats.
Are they pests?
Don't get them, yeah.
Okay. Who's your favourite Batman baddie? Bane. I've never heard of Bane. Joker. I don't do Batman, by the way. Bane, Joker, Penguin, Riddler.
Bane. My name is Bane.
You've never heard of him?
Honestly, I've not watched any of the Batman films.
Well,
they're for kids.
Tom Hardy.
Don't know.
You don't know who Tom Hardy is?
Did he?
He played Bane.
Far From the Madding Crowd.
Oh,
is that Thomas Hardy?
Mate, what an actor, great guy.
Okay, yeah.
But my favourite is Bane. But my second favourite is the Joker. How can you not like the Joker?
Joker's storming it, 71%. People are puzzled as to how anybody could have voted for the Riddler.
Did anybody vote for the Penguin? What did you say Penguin was that?
Penguin and Bane are on 11% each.
Are they?
Riddler's on 7. Catwoman. Was Catwoman a Batman baddie?
Yeah, she didn't like Batman.
Is that right?
Yeah, which is shock, really. Batman didn't like Catwoman. Well, I think he did like her, but...
Mr. Freeze, is Mr. Freeze a Batman baddie? Is that yes?
Yeah, Mr. Freeze.
Right.
Arnold Schwarzenegger, isn't it?
The,
Mr. Freeze.
The ones with no friends through the glass and nodding.
I'll be back.
What?
That's what he does.
Is that right?
Anyway, he even uses that line in Batman.
Is that right?
Yeah. I'll be back.
Rather limited.
In fact, he puts it in every film he does in.
Seems that way. Right, those polls are on Twitter at TalkSport. Drive results, those just before the end of the show at 7. We kind of previewed the preliminary England World Cup cricket squad yesterday, and we talked a lot about Jofra Archer, and he's not in the preliminary squad. What's going on? Is he not going to play in the World Cup?
Well, they don't want to upset anyone. He'll still be in the World Cup squad. I've said it all along. I really do, but I get what they're trying to do here now. That's the same squad that went to the West Indies, but Archer comes in for their series against Pakistan, and they're going to give him a few games to, unless he has an absolute mare, he's in that World Cup 15. So somebody who's in that 15 at the moment is missing out, let me tell you.
So isn't that a bit
unless he has a mare?
You say they're being nice to him, but isn't that a bit more cruel to somebody to lead him down the garden path?
Well, it's a bit cruel now because you don't have to name the side. Is it till May the 22nd, right? So there's still a while to go. And the reason that is, all the squads, there could be injuries between now and the World Cup. Some of them now are playing county cricket, whether it be Royal London Cup or the County Championship, which was last week. And there could be injuries between now. So if they pick that 15 and one of them gets injured, you know Archer can come in.
Okay.
Easy. Al Jordan, they've got two options there. With a bat, it's going to be Billings if someone gets injured, so he can come in. So there's loads of options there for England, and they've kept them open. It's the right thing to do. You know he's going to play against Pakistan, and unless he has an absolute mare raid, he's in that 15. But I think it's fair because he has to actually prove himself. He does actually have to prove himself at international cricket. But if it was me picking it, and the squad had to be announced tomorrow, he's in my 15, 100%.
Okay, a couple of questions. You say he will play against Pakistan. I think is there a one day against Ireland as well?
One off against Ireland.
Right. What if it rains those 2 days and he doesn't get to?
Well, I think
himself?
no. There's 5 games. Is it 3 games or 5 against Pakistan? One's in Southampton, May 11th. I know that because I think I'm going to that one. Yes. Yeah. So they've got a few games against Pakistan, then a one-off against Ireland, and then a T20.
What if they're all washed out then? And
they won't all be washed out.
What if this is England?
It doesn't happen.
This is England.
They won't all
mate.
be washed out.
What if he doesn't get the chance to prove himself? And hasn't he already proved himself?
And let's just look at a couple of teams. Mark Wood, not played for Durham yet this season. guess what? He's had a reoccurrence of his ankle injury. While everybody has that splayed front foot, he's always going to have problems. He can mess about with his run-up all he wants. While everybody keeps throwing out that left foot, he's going to have ankle problems. So he's not 100% fit at the moment. Chris Walks has had injections. He's admitted it. Didn't go to the IPL. He was originally going, but he's had to pull out because he's had injections in his knee. So slight injuries, worries about him. Willis picked up a lot of injuries of late. He's a good new ball bowler. Left arm can swing it in, and he's good for those conditions if they think the ball's going to swing. So they have got a few guys who have got some injuries in there. You know what I mean, Aid? So it's good to keep their options open with 17 players.
Okay, so can you guarantee me Jofra Archer, if all being well, he's fit and...
He's in. He's in, unless he has an absolute mare, which he won't. He shouldn't. He's too talented to have an absolute mare.
Okay.
But he might just go to pieces when you talk about bottling it or not quite ready for that moment, which I wouldn't believe, because he's playing out in the IPL in front of all those people, the expectancy of the fans out there, the Rajasthan Royal fans, when they're playing the IPL, and he's performing every single game.
Yeah, and that's...
Bowls at 90 miles an hour, good fielder, smashes it out of the ground, and bowls good at the end of the innings, Yorkers. What more do you want, mate?
He's 90 miles an hour every single ball, isn't he?
And there again, when I talked about players I'd sign, Joe Root I'd sign if I was a coach of the IPL, and Jofra Archer. There'd be two I'd be looking to do, obviously alongside Ben Stokes.
Right, let's get your thoughts on Jofra Archer. Just breaking into this England side ahead of the World Cup. 08717 223344. Back to United. Daniel is a Man United fan. What do you want to say, Daniel?
Hey, how's it going, guys? You all right?
Very good. Good to have you on.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I've been listening to some of the guys talking on here, and I think it's kind of hilarious. With they're not on planet Earth, and I do believe that Ollie should never have got the permanent job so quickly. It was a little bit of a jump the gun from the guys above, and it's really easy to be negative about it now. But they should have just seen him go through the tough times and see how he would have handled it with the players he's got at the moment. Because that squad is good enough to be top four. And
is it?
That's the biggest issue, isn't it? When you're talking about that, I think they did jump the gun as well. They should have waited probably till the end of the season. But I think they were that surprised because they thought they had no chance of getting in the top four. And let's not scoff at this. If Manchester United get into the top four from where they were when Solskjaer took over, it's a good job done. Yeah, they're not won a trophy. But for them, from the position they were in, just look back to the position they were in when he took over, nobody expected them to get a top four place. And if he sneaks in there, it's a job done.
Okay.
It's a good job done.
I agree with you, but very quickly, do you think that they will?
Yeah.
Do you reckon? I cannot see it. At the expense of Arsenal?
Yeah.
Wow. I'd be amazed if that happens. Keep your calls coming, 08717 223344. And a very quick tweet here. This is from Coffee, who says, Adrian, you've not watched Godfather, you don't watch Batman. During Easter, get some box sets and get watching these shows. You're missing out. Can I just say...
Game of Thrones.
Hold on one second. During Easter. So Good Friday, I'm at Leeds for Matchday Live. Easter Saturday, I'm at Huddersfield for Matchday Live.
Well, instead of going
Easter
there, watch
Monday,
a box set.
Instead of going there, what are you going to do the show? Are you going to go and do it?
I can do it if you
want. Do you want to go and do that?
Do it?
Do you want to do that?
Nah, I might play golf
I
Easter.
thought not. Anyway, whole Easter Monday as well. So over Easter, mate, I'll be bringing you all the goals as they go in. So in between, I might watch a box set or six.
Or
I don't
have
think
an egg.
so. Yeah, don't think that'll be happening either. This is Talk Sport.
Everyone's got their own sports story. A well-worn tale of triumph or disaster. But when life gets tough, a lot of us men find it difficult to talk about how we're feeling. It's time we had that team talk. Listen to Jim White this Tuesday morning from 10 as sports fans and professionals come together to share their experiences of overcoming emotional and mental health challenges and encourage others to seek help. Real sports stories on TalkSport with Samaritans. When life is tough, they're here to listen.
Experience the magic and feel the passion of the FA Cup when we play 4 for the Dream on TalkSport with the Fiat Professional range of vans. Listen to Jim White this Friday morning from 10 as he picks 4 special performances to look out for in the weekend's upcoming FA Cup action. Hear the inspirational stories of the amateur football heroes who are living their FA Cup dream this season. 4 for the Dream on TalkSport with the Fiat Professional range of vans. Don't be an amateur, be a professional. Go to fiatprofessional.co.uk.
Drive on Talk Sport in partnership with Sky Sports. Stream exclusive games and fixtures live on the Sky Go app wherever, whenever, so you never miss a moment.
We are summer. We are sunglasses, sun hats and sun cream. We are smashing boundaries and cartwheeling stumps. We are power plays and crowd catches. We are flashing bats and flashing bails. We are ready to go. We are England cricket. We are on sale now. England take on Pakistan in 1 Vitality IT20 and 5 Royal London ODIs. Go to ecb.co.uk/tickets.
At Wickes, starting tomorrow, there's buy one, get one free on all 2.5 litre emulsion, including great brands like Dulux. Ends Monday. Terms apply.
Placing a bet? It's exhausting running around looking for the best odds. Don't waste your breath. It's time you check Marathon Bet. Before you place your ACCA this week, check Marathon Bet first. You may find we're best priced. And better odds mean bigger winnings. Download the Marathon Bet app or visit marathonbet.co.uk. 18+ begambleaware.org.
Guess what? I just got a pay rise.
I got a pay rise too. And so did I.
That's because on the 1st of April, the national minimum wage
and the national living wage both went up.
What's more, it's your legal right to receive it.
Find out if you're due a pay rise too.
Check your pay at gov.uk/check your pay.
The national minimum wage
and the national living wage.
It's a step up in pay.
Talk Sport Traffic and Travel with Checkertrade.com. Connecting you with reliable tradespeople since 1998. Visit Checkertrade.com today. Checkertrade.com.
Really slow on the westbound M8 towards Glasgow. There's a crash at junction 4A, the Heartland interchange, and just one lane is open. It's taking about an hour to get through that queue. M602 heading out of Manchester is blocked at junction 3, the Region Road roundabout, because of the crash there. And the anti-clockwise M60 is heavy towards junction 1, Stockport Pyramid, with an accident. M6 in Warwickshire, just 2 lanes are open northbound at junction 4. A lorry's broken down, and expect delays in central London with the blockages of the climate change demonstration. I'm James Ward.
This is what real sport sounds like.
Oh my word! How on earth did he squeeze that in?
This is Talk Sport.
Comes up to Ziyech, tries to drive. Oh, it suddenly comes through to Van der Beek, and it's 1-1. He's onside, and Van der Beek has equalised for Ajax. Schöne with the corner. De Ligt with a header. De Ligt, he's made it 2-1 to Ajax. Free header from Matthijs De Ligt, and this wonderful group of young stars from Holland are leading Juve in their own backyard. Matthijs De Ligt. It's Juve 1, Ajax 2, 3-2 to the Dutch side on aggregate.
Yeah, the commentary from me and Dan today live on TalkSport 2 last night as Ajax remarkably did it again. They've done Real Madrid, done Juventus. Are you okay, mate? Are you feeling all right? Because your main man has gone now.
Yeah, they actually deserved it. I mean, Juventus signed Ronaldo to win the Champions League and they failed. You could see Ronaldo at the end was gutted. He scored every goal in the knockout stages for them. So, yeah, he brings that brilliance to them. He brings those goals to Juventus. But I think it's kind of gone, isn't it? They've got too many guys in there now that are aging and they need freshening up, Juventus. And I think getting in Ronaldo now is probably 2 years too late.
Yeah, it could be.
Do you know what I'm coming
because he's
from,
not getting younger either, is he?
No, that's what I'm saying. So I think it brings them goals and he'll bring them a title in Italy, which is kind of job done anyway for them every single season. It's all about their performances in the Champions League, and last night they were outplayed.
They were
outplayed by
totally
Ajax.
outplayed by Ajax. And there was one moment in injury time where I couldn't believe I had to freeze frame it. Ajax, so Juventus had the ball just inside their own half, but they're going forward. Obviously, they're searching to get back into the game. They're desperate at that point, and they've just got the ball inside their own half, going forwards. But there's 5 Ajax players the other side of the ball. So it's not like they've put 10 men behind the ball and they're defending for their lives. The great thing tactically that they did was they made the pitch as big as possible, which meant that Juventus, they couldn't go all-out attack. They couldn't just keep Ajax penned back because the Ajax players were making it so difficult for them. Juventus had to defend as well as attack. It meant they couldn't get going. Couldn't get anything going at all, and Ajax were brilliant.
Well, that's what Barcelona do. They keep 3 men up the pitch at all times, and that's where when you're playing against opposition like that, they can punish you massively. And Ajax now, a team, really, who, it's been a while for them. They haven't won their own the Eredivisie since, 2013-14, right? This is the first time they've been in the Champions League since 14-15.
Yeah.
But this is a team of absolute no fear whatsoever. Full of youngsters, enthusiasm, togetherness, no fear whatsoever. Got a couple of experienced players in their side, and they've beaten Real Madrid away and now Juventus away. And they are a team still, if you got them. If you're a team, Manchester City, and you get drawn, Ajax, you still think, yeah, we're favourites for that game. You'd rather have them than anybody else. And you would. But look, there's two teams they've beaten.
Yeah. Well, Spurs fans, they want up there licking their lips and thinking, well, Ajax
you would
is
be.
a given, yeah.
You still would be. Even though you've seen those performances, Ajax were poor. So was Ajax were poor, or, Juventus were poor, or Ajax were just brilliant? Absolutely. And we've seen it so many teams like them. We've seen Monaco do it, and their team got ripped apart, and it's taken them a while to get back. Well, they can't get back at the moment. And Porto did it a few years ago, didn't they? A couple of times. They had a couple of runs at it in the Champions League, once under, obviously, Mourinho. But these are doing it. And it's going to be a shame at the end of the season when they lose half the team again.
Well, people keep going on about how it's such a shame, and isn't it sad the team... Think about the individual players involved. I think that they won't be thinking it's a shame. They'll be thinking, wow, my career, I'm going to go on and play for this gigantic club with a huge history, having done some amazing things with another club that was a great... they used to win Champions Leagues regularly 3 in a row back in the 70s. But they cannot achieve what they used to achieve, and it's just a simple fact of life. So I would rather not be sad about it. I'd rather say good luck to those players. Yeah. Let's see how they go and
well, they will,
get on.
And I think their own philosophy is, but yes, we're producing these young players. They're going to go on and represent Ajax wherever they go. And this is the type of football we produce. And we'll go and do it again. Yes, we might miss out in the Champions League for another couple of seasons, 2 or 3 seasons, but we'll come back with our next batch. And that's the way you run a football club.
Yep.
They're not somebody who can compete with Real Madrid and Barcelona and Manchester United and Manchester City and Liverpool financially. They just do what they do well, and that's coach them from young. As you said last night, the way they were, made that football pitch as big as they can, and they just say, OK, yeah, you go and attack us, but you lose the ball. We've got 3 strikers here just waiting to pounce, and they've done it time and time again.
What we should all be doing, though, everybody who's involved in football, is involved in academies, directors of football, just take a look. Don't just follow the Ajax model. It's not as simple as that. It's not as throwaway as that. It's just having a look at what has happened there. Just check out where those players come from. Check out, is it just a rare golden era? Is it a blip of an era where you've got so many youngsters who've come through an academy? Or is it possible that you could put your faith in an academy and those players come through and get a chance in the first team and do well in the first team and take your club, your first team, to new heights? Is that possible? So when you look at some academies around the country, and I'm going down in the lower leagues as well, are you absolutely sure that there aren't more players in the local vicinity? Are you sure they can't play first team football?
Of course, you're right.
Amazing,
there is. There's talented footballers out there. They're scared now. In this day and age, managers, especially in this country, in England, and I don't blame them, they're scared. They don't deliver instantly. They're out. They're getting a sack. And then another guy comes in and thinks, I've got to deliver. So what do? You tend to go for your safe option. You'll go for the experienced players who have played in that division before. And it's the same old turnover of players who turn up at different clubs. Right, and try and get promotion. But actually, if you stick to some of the youngsters, there's some very talented ones out there. You'll have to look at Chelsea, who kept winning trophy after trophy after trophy after trophy at youth level. How many of them are actually getting the opportunity to play in the first team? A couple now, but how many really have just said, I say you're never going to play for Chelsea now, go on. Off you go.
Well, I'd like to see Chelsea do that. Just have a look at Ajax and think, well, I'll tell you what we're going to do. Next season, we're going to have Hudson-Odoi in the first team, Loftus-Cheek in the first team, Reece James, who's been on loan at Wigan in the first team, De Silva, who's been on loan at Bristol City in the first team, Mason Mount, who's been on loan at Derby in the first team. We'll stick Abraham up front as well. Why wouldn't you try and do that?
See what happens.
Yeah. Well, what's the worst thing that could happen?
Yeah, exactly. The expectancy, you can't sign anyone, so the expectancy, just play them. Let's see what happens. It's an experiment. If it doesn't go well, so what? Chelsea finished 7th. They're not going to go skint if they finish 7th, are they?
The thing is, with Chelsea, and we're using them as an example because there are so many talented youngsters. The academy's so good
and they
there.
Can't sign anyone.
But also, you've got a manager there who's been reluctant to put the academy products into the first team. He's going to probably go. I mean, so whether he plays youngsters or doesn't play youngsters, you know it's going to be a short-term thing for a manager at Chelsea anyway. Unless those youngsters really pay off and they stay there, like the Man United youngsters did in the 90s, and they win everything. They sweep everybody aside and win everything. And then you've got a team for a good 10 years that could be absolutely brilliant, winning everything. And what would be wrong with that?
Can't win anything with kids.
Apparently not. And here's another thing as well. Let me throw this out there. And does everybody know, right, the name of the manager of Ajax? Do you know? Anybody know? No? You can't even think of it, can you? It's not on the tip of your tongue. You're just looking at a computer there.
I know it.
Do you then? Go on.
Is it?
I can see it.
Aaron Ten Hag.
That's right, yeah.
Is that it?
Something like that, yeah.
I was looking at it, just got to the top of my head.
But the thing with him is, because, I mean, he was a journeyman player, and because it's not a name, it's not a famous name, it doesn't register. Even when you go and find it out, it doesn't sink in, does it, for some reason? But fair play to him. He's obviously getting them doing the right things. He's doing
I'll be honest with you, I wouldn't have known him until last night.
No.
I'd seen him on the touchline in the other games, the previous games. They'd played a lot in the Champions League this year, but he's just someone I've never really kind of took notice of.
All your hipsters with rubbish beards know who he is, of course. But it's one of those things that passes you by, isn't it? Listen, we need to talk about AJ. Is this fight with Miller going to happen? And if it isn't, who is he going to fight? 087 722 3344.
Drive on Talk Sport.
In partnership with Sky Sports, the home of live and exclusive F1.
This Easter, get down to Screwfix for huge savings in our 8-day Easter event. Save £70 on the Mountfield Honda-powered lawnmower, now only $299.99. Or save £15 on the Titan 130-bar pressure washer, now just $69.99. Why not order online and pick up in store in less than a minute with Click and Collect? But hurry, our offers end on the 22nd of April. Screwfix, here when you need us. While stocks last, visit screwfix.com for delivery fee info and T's and C's.
Football Index is reinventing football betting. You can buy and sell the world's top players. Their value may go up and down, but it's not over with the final whistle like a regular bet. You get to stay in the game. Trade up to £500 for 7 days, and if you don't love Football Index, they'll give you your money back.
Start building your portfolio today at footballindex.co.uk or download the app now. New customers only, minimum deposit and conditions apply. Gamble responsibly.
The nays, the boos, the hisses, the squabbles and the squawks. No idea what's going on in politics today? Make sense of it all with a digital subscription to The Times and The Sunday Times from only £1 a week for 8 weeks. Search Times Sale now. Terms and conditions apply. Available to new subscribers only.
Hello! Sir Fix-a-Lot here. When those little holes and cracks appear, inside or out, reach for Tetrian. The original all-purpose filler. Tetrian fills everything, including plaster, wood, concrete and brickwork. Tetrian, for a tough, smooth and permanent finish that will not shrink or crack. Tetrian, the original all-purpose filler. Available in powder and ready mixed. Tetrian, fill, stick, bond.
At McDonald's, we're always working to improve our Happy Meal. Like reducing the saturated fat in our cooking oil by 83%. We've also added more options for kids by introducing the veggie wrap into the Happy Meal wraps range. These are just a few of the steps we're taking to make the Happy Meal even happier. Served after 10:30am. Saturated fat reduction in restaurant cooking oil between 1992 and 2010.
At Wolseley, our latest smart controls brochure is hot off the press and showcasing some of the finest tech available. This handy guide features leading brands such as Nest, Honeywell, Drayton, Salus, Hive and many more. Of course, it wouldn't be smart if it wasn't online. So go to wolseley.co.uk/smart guide or get in branch to pick up your latest copy. Wolseley, giving you more of the widest range, stock in branch and smart heating solutions. For more information, go to wolseley.co.uk/smart guide and follow us on Twitter at Wolseley UK.
On digital radio and 1089 and 1053 AM. Official broadcast partner of the Premier League. Talk Sport.
Right, so Anthony Joshua's fight with Jarrell Miller is in doubt now. So who is he going to fight if it isn't going to be Miller? Well, here's my advice for AJ. Just start ticking them off. Dillian White was on Talk Sport earlier saying, yeah, I'll do it. Well, just get in the ring. What's there to be scared of? 0871722 3344. In a moment, the sport with John Howick. First, the news, Victoria Bourne.
Thanks, Adrian. Coming up, arrest after tunnel row.
An Archer omission from England squad.
Talk Sport.
Police investigating an incident at Barnsley over the weekend have arrested a man on suspicion of racially aggravated assault. It follows an alleged confrontation between Fleetwood Town boss Joey Barton and Daniel Stendhal in the tunnel on Saturday. TalkSport's Alex Dibble has more.
South Yorkshire police say that the man arrested remains in police custody for questioning. He was arrested today, despite the fact that the alleged racially aggravated public order offence took place on Saturday.
Manchester United have condemned online racist abuse directed at Ashley Young. Anti-discrimination group Kick It Out say it happened after he played in their Champions League defeat to Barcelona last night. Activists have glued themselves together outside Jeremy Corbyn's home and to the top of a train as climate change protests disrupt hundreds of thousands of people in London. More than 300 arrests have now been made, and the capital's mayor says the demos are driving people away from public transport. More than 15 schools in the U.S. state of Colorado are closed as authorities search for a woman infatuated with a Columbine shooting. Sol Pays travelled to the region and bought a gun just days before the massacre's 20th anniversary, in which 2 pupils shot dead 12 classmates and a teacher. And Tiger Woods isn't the only one celebrating his win at Augusta. One US punter who risked $85,000 is now more than $1 million richer after successfully betting the American would win his 5th Masters title.
Talk Sport weather.
With QuickFit. Not sure when your MOT is due? Just text your reg to 83333 and we'll reply straight away to remind you. Another reason to drive away happy. Standard network rates apply.
After a dry night, tomorrow will be warm and sunny.
Talk Sport. Sports update.
With the new Vauxhall Combo Cargo. International Van of the Year 2019. Carries British business. Find out more. Search New Combo.
I'm John Howick. Good afternoon. James Milner insists Liverpool are staying focused on the Champions League despite their domestic title challenge. Liverpool take a 2-0 lead to Porto, which is live here on TalkSport.
Every game is just like the next game, and obviously there's plenty of talk outside the dressing room and in the media and everything, and in this day and age with social media and everything, it's pretty hard to get away from it, but the lads are just focusing on our side and what we can control.
Elsewhere, City will look to overturn a 1-0 deficit tonight at the Etihad when they host Spurs. John Stones admits the Champions League remains high on their wish list.
The prestigious competition of the Champions League is something obviously that we've not got, and we definitely want to put in the trophy cabinet.
Meanwhile, Spurs are sweating over the fitness of Dele Alli tonight, with Harry Kane already absent. It means Heung-min Son is likely to start up front, but Maurizio Pochettino says the whole team has to perform.
I think it's not about only Son, it's about the offensive player. When it's not going to be Harry Kane, and the player need to step up.
Bolton have been taken over by former Watford owner Lawrence Bassini after he completed a deal with the outgoing Wanderers chairman Ken Anderson. The deal still needs EFL approval, but it means players and coaching staff will be paid their outstanding wages. And lastly, to cricket, and Jofra Archer hasn't made England's initial World Cup squad, which is unchanged. Archer has been selected, though, for the ODI squad, along with Chris Jordan. England selector Ed Smith told TalkSport 2 there's still time for someone to force their way into the final 15.
We'll give everyone opportunity in that series against Pakistan. In just over a month, we will announce the World Cup squad. We'll have new information then, which we don't have. We'll use that information to make the best rational decision we can and give England the best chance of winning the World Cup.
Remember, Porto versus Liverpool is live tonight here on TalkSport.
On DAB Digital Radio and 1089 and 1053 AM. Drive with Adrian Durham and Darren Goff.
Go home with something a lot more entertaining than Bad Breath Brian from IT. Crikey.
I wanted to have a discussion with you about your review with the board next week.
Drive with Adrian Durham and Darren Goff.
Don't leave work without it.
On Talk Sport.
Next on Drive, we're talking about Anthony Joshua.
Well, he's covering up now, he's trying to stay out of trouble, but Adamek now takes a big right, he stumbles backwards, and Miller's looking to end this one early in the second, and another uppercut, and Adamek takes a knee, and his head just rolls into the ropes. He is stunned, and I think it was clever work from Miller, working the jab, then the big shots, and it's all over in the second. Adamek has no response to that.
Why would he deliberately do this? This is the guy that was accusing Joshua of being a drugs cheat in the past, if you remember, in the early build-up to the fight. But otherwise, they've got to go and find an opponent in 6 weeks. It'd be lovely to have Dillian White now. Obviously, the aborted fight in Wembley that was meant to be on April the 13th. But who knows who it'll be? I mean, DAZN want the fight to go ahead. Sky do. The promoter does and the boxer does. So they've got 6 weeks to find an active, fit heavyweight.
June the 1st, would you be able to get yourself ready to fight on June the 1st?
Listen, for the right opportunity, whip myself in shape for the right opportunity. Just push for a few weeks, get sparring and range, and an opportunity presents itself. Sometimes you got to take them.
So, with the Jarrell Miller fight in serious doubt, who should AJ fight? This is Drive on Talk Sport.
So the poll we've got on Twitter at TalkSport Drive: if Jarrell Miller doesn't fight Anthony Joshua, who do you want AJ to fight next? And the three options are Dillian White, 68% say yes, so he's winning it by miles. Luis Ortiz, 16%. Chisora, 8%. You can name others, and obviously there's some mildly amusing ones coming in. Several saying me, one saying Alan Brazil.
I'd go watch that.
One says Ortiz. He's in the poll, mate. I mean, what... Well, you would, but it's not going to be any kind of contest, is it?
And the box office.
What it will lead to is people accusing AJ again of taking an easy fight. Well, won't it?
Would it be an easy fight?
Yeah, of course it would. James Russell says Tyson Fury. He's already got his own fight sorted out.
Let me just explain a couple of things on. The reason AJ is taking this fight in America is to make him take him around the world, right? And try and conquer America's market, which Wilder's obviously, even though people say you don't know who he is, all his fights are over there, he's known in America, right? Now, Joshua needs to go there now to get the American market. And this guy, the reason they chose him, although a lot of people would have chose him, is because I think he's from New York, isn't he? For one, where the fight is. And he knocks people out, right? He's got a personality. Press conference, he stands up, and as we've seen, he can sell a fight. Now, if he can't fight now, for whatever reason may be, realistically, Dillian White fighting AJ in America, what's that about? That ain't going to happen. It's not going to happen, Nate.
Okay, so who...
Well, it's not.
Oh, no, I don't necessarily agree, but I'm listening to your train of thought.
So
you're saying not White. Who's it going to be then?
Well, it's going to have to be someone that's known in America, and the only one is Ortiz. It has to be. He fought Wilder, he put up a good show. He could have beaten him at one stage. He ended up getting stopped himself. But there you go. The fight's there. That's the one it has to be.
I believe that a White Joshua fight would be okay. I'd love to hear people's views on that. I think this would be okay in the States because it's a London derby. Okay, and that's how it could be sold. The TV deals are already in place, so that's not going to be a problem at all. So in terms of the finances, I don't think it's a massive problem. You're talking, and understandably so, about the audience at the actual fight itself and whether it will appeal to those who are going to go to the fight itself. I personally think it would, but I may have misjudged that. So if I have, then please feel free to tell me. 0871 722 3344. Listen, I think Joshua chose Miller because he knows he can beat Miller. He has chosen his fights very wisely.
And he can sell a fight.
Yeah, but he's not going to... There's others who can sell a fight. I mean, Joshua Wilder sells a fight, but he's not going to pick him because he knows he might be beaten by him. So the main thing is, selling the fight, but very close behind it. Who's he not going to lose to? Let's pick him. This is, and I get it. It's the strategy, and it has been for a long, long time with AJ. And I get it. There's nothing wrong with winning fights. You have to admire his winning record. It's fantastic. And long may it continue. But
I think they're too obsessed about winning now. Nobody wants to lose. But I think now there's a market in boxing at all weights. If you lose, it doesn't matter. It doesn't mean you go to the bottom of the pile. If Joshua lost a fight, right? Well, do they think that's his career over? Seriously.
No.
He ain't going to fight anybody. There's
just
so many out there. Yeah, he's just one fight away from being back on the treadmill again.
And have a rematch or whatever it might be.
But there's Chisora. He is losing. He keeps getting money fights.
But I think
he's not in the league of Joshua.
This is a great opportunity for Anthony Joshua. If this fight doesn't happen with Miller, right? When we all found out it was Miller, we were underwhelmed, weren't we? Do you remember when the news broke? We were all like, oh, really? And I remember Don McGuinness was in here, our boxing man. He was underwhelmed as well. The whole thing was really underwhelming because we thought about the fights that might be, and it happened to be Jarrell Miller. And then we saw the state of him, and we're thinking, blimey, you know, he may have this good knockout record, but who's he been fighting? And we all thought this is going to be a no-brainer. He's going to get off to a flying start stateside, Anthony Joshua, by beating this guy, and comfortably as well. However, he's now got... I think it's not a problem. I think it's an opportunity for Anthony Joshua. I think what he's got to do... He's got one guy who's already stuck his hand up, Dillian Whyte, on TalkSport. You heard him just there saying, yep, June the 1st, I can be ready. I'll get myself in shape. He was getting himself in shape anyway, and he absolutely desperately wants a rematch with Joshua, doesn't he?
They're all going to stick their hand up, because if Miller was getting $6 million, say that's what he was getting, somebody coming in at late notice now could probably sneak him and get 8. Like, it could happen, right? So everybody's going to put their hand up. I've just said, I'll put my hand up. I'll fight him. I'll fight him for $6 million. Not a problem at all. Give me 6 weeks. I can practice getting...
How long do you think you'd last?
Well, probably one punch, but I'm not bothered. I get 6 million. I get 6 million, mate.
I'd back you for longer than that. I thought you were going to talk to me about rounds, like 34.
Mate, if he catches me on the button, you're gone. It don't matter how big you are. If you catch somebody in the right place, there's a good chance you're going.
Well, same applies for you to him.
Yeah, but I don't think I'll get near him. He's a bit fitter and quicker than me. But I think when it comes down to it now, I think what we got is a disappointing period. When we're talking about it's exciting time now for heavyweight boxing. It is. It's so exciting. But we've got Fury Schwartz, Wilder Brazil, and Joshua and whoever is going to fight next.
Yep.
It's embarrassing. It really is.
It's an exciting time, but we haven't got exciting fights. You're absolutely spot on. But that's why I see this as a great opportunity for Anthony Joshua, because he has that chance. But we all want to see Joshua take on Whyte. I think we all want to see that. We want to see him take on Wilder. We want to see him take on Fury. I don't think either of those two fights are going to happen now if this Miller fight doesn't happen. But Dillian Whyte can happen. The rematch, the two London guys going stateside and sorting it out. And I think that would be brilliant. So what I'd say to Anthony Joshua is this. Why don't you just tick them off one by one? You've got a great opportunity. Forget Miller. If that doesn't happen, it's not a problem. Nobody's going to be upset that fight doesn't happen. So just tick off all those guys on the list, the ones we're waiting for you to fight. What's the problem? What's the hold-up? What are you scared of? If Dillian Whyte has got his hand up and say, yeah, I want to fill that slot, if Miller can't make it, what would AJ be scared of there? He's at the top of his game, isn't he? He's in great shape. He's in fantastic condition.
But he hasn't had a proper camp, though.
Who hasn't?
Dillian Whyte.
He said he's okay.
Yeah, he's okay. We all know what Dillian's like.
He's not backing out.
He'd fight anyone. Well, he doesn't. He doesn't do that anyway. He'd fight anybody at 24
Well, why not let him get in the ring then?
But what I'm trying to say to you, I want no excuses this next one. What I don't want to hear, if Joshua does beat Dillian Whyte, is Dillian Whyte come out and say, well, I took it at short notice, I didn't have a proper camp, and then it's going for the third fight between them. I don't want that. I want both of them to know it's coming up, that fight. Both can prepare the best they can be and get it on in the ring and see who is the best fighter. That's what I want to see. I don't want Dillian Whyte to go into it. If he did lose, I'm not saying he would, but if he did lose, say, I only had 4 weeks notice, I want in the best shape. I've been in great shape the last 2 years, but I want in the best shape for the Joshua fight. That's the last thing I want to hear.
I would say, though, after hearing him today on Jim White's show earlier on TalkSport, I would say that Dillian Whyte has put himself in a position where he can't say that afterwards. And it may be the reality. It may be that he needs a longer build-up to it. He may need that. He may need a longer camp. However, he has put his hand up and said, I want to do it. And if he does get in the ring with him, and if he does lose and he isn't quite in shape, I don't think he'll have... Nobody will respect it if he comes out and says, well, I didn't have long enough. Because he said today, I can do it. So I want to see that fight. So here's the question for everybody. AJ's got a fight stateside. He wants to launch himself in America. But Jarrell Miller, we know there's a problem there, and he may not make the fight. If he doesn't make it, who should AJ fight in America? 08717 22 3344.
Kommendes Land der unbegrenzten Möglichkeiten, wo die Lotto-Jackpots am größten und die Warteschlangen am Lotto-Kiosk die längsten sind.
Warum nach Amerika reisen, wenn man bei Lottoland die allergrößten Jackpots der Welt bequem online oder mobil gewinnen kann? Jetzt auf lottoland.com die US-Lotterien, Mega Millions und Powerball tippen und Milliardär werden. Einer gewinnt sicher. Jetzt auf lottoland.com. Teilnahme ab 18. Glücksspiel kann süchtig machen. Mehr Info unter bzga.de.
Er ist Vertriebler und ITler. Er ist Steffen Stein, Bauleiter, manchmal auch Buchhalter. Und selbst 1000 Kilo fährt er mit seinem Berlingo.
Genau wie Sie, ein echter Allrounder. Der Citroën Berlingo Kastenwagen, schon ab 139 € im Monat inklusive 2000 € Wunschausstattung. Der Van of the Year. Jetzt bei den Citroën Business Days vom 1.4. bis 31.5.
Citroën.
Du brauchst kein Orakel. Du brauchst keine Tarotkarten. Nicht mal eine Kristallkugel. Du bist trotzdem ein Hellseher.
Immer im Blick, was zu Hause passiert. Dank des Innogy Smart Home Sicherheitspakets. Erlebe, was dein Zuhause kann. Mit Innogy Haustechnik. Mehr unter innogy.com.
Stop! 18 plus online and mobile, 1 Acca boost per customer per day, max boost £50 available from 8 a.m. Staking limits may apply, full terms at ladbrokes.com.
Hello! Sir Fix-a-Lot here. When the